This is ABC 9 News at 10.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for being with us this evening. I'm Tim Seaman.
And I'm Jenna Rehnstrom. America represents roughly 5% of the world's population, but 25% of its prisoners.
Overcrowded state and federal prisons are costing taxpayers around $6.5 billion. Now, many of those prisoners serve drug-related sentences and are on what are called mandatory minimums. It's a concept developed in the 70s during the so-called war on drugs. With crack and cocaine sweeping across the nation, putting away offenders, even on small drug charges, was a priority.
These minimums are still used today, but as overcrowding continues, there's a call for change, and it's originating in Iowa.
ABC 9's Lucas Voss has more.
Good afternoon and welcome to a special 1-hour ABC 9 News. Tonight we're taking a unique look at the upcoming presidential race as we lead up to your first chance to hear from 14 candidates all on the same night. Parents now have a new tool at their fingertips when it comes to schools.
The Iowa School Report Card is a new web-based system that evaluates and rates each public school. Those ratings are based off of things like proficiency, college and career-ready growth, along with graduation rates and attendance. The website is pretty simple. We've posted a link to the site at SiouxlandMatters.com, and all you have to do is use the search box to find a particular school. Click on the school, and then that'll bring you more detailed report card information. Now, that report card places schools in one of 6 rated categories: exceptional, high-performing, commendable, acceptable, needs improvement, or priority. And we've color-coded them from white being the best and red being the worst, so you can play along here. The bell curve was used by the state to determine where the school's placed, 3% at the top and 3% at the bottom as well. And when you look at the metro area map, including Sergeant Bluff, Luton, and Hinton, no metro school fell in the lowest category, but 5 schools, Hunt, Irving, Liberty Elementary, along with West and North High School, did fall in the second lowest category. That's the needs improvement, and they're marked here in those orange colors. 2 city schools did make the top 3%. Now, that's the exceptional category, or the white dots, Clark and Crescent Park, right here on the near north side of the city. Hinton High School is the only local school listed in the second highest category, the high-performing group. That's the black dot up here at the top of the map. 26 schools inside the metro are shown. Most of the rest in the middle categories. That's the blue and the green dots. Those ratings are based on each school's performance over a 2-year span. And again, if you'd like to check out your school, just go to SiouxlandMatters.com.
An Iowa political tradition went by the wayside this year when state GOP leaders pulled the plug on the straw poll. That's after a decline in interest from the candidates themselves. But people in Plymouth County still wanted to make their voices heard.
And then they led me into their room to see him. And there was my boy. He was dead. He was already cold.
Tammy Summers is in the midst of unbelievable grief after her teenage son's death just last night. But Tammy wants to tell her story to help other families. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jenna Rehnstrom, and we start tonight with the message of a heartbroken mother. Tammy Summers' 18-year-old son, a senior at West High School, died last night. Austin McLeod was found unresponsive at War Eagle Park after his mom says he and some friends went there to smoke K2. Austin had just picked up his cap and gown yesterday and was getting ready to graduate. Now Tammy, as she struggles to make sense of what happened, is reaching out to do one of the first things that came to her mind: warn other parents. Here's her story. Did you know your son had been using drugs?
No. No, he had gotten in a little bit of trouble. They had him on probation, and he was, doing what he needed to do. No, I didn't. He said he would never do that,
A local hospital has a new tool to cut down on the numbers of times heart patients may end up back in the hospital. It's only the size of a quarter, but to one family, it's providing comfort during an uncertain time. Jenna has more in tonight's Your Health Matters.
A Sioux City couple says a new device for heart patients is giving them peace of mind and giving them back their life. George Davis is struggling with heart problems, but he's excited about this new tool to help keep him out of the hospital. Now, if you couldn't guess, Drew is a very active little kid, and he loves sports, and he should really be able to play almost any sport he wants to, although that brings additional concerns because activity level can impact your blood sugar as well. But he really looks up to athletes like Jay Cutler, who has type 1 diabetes, and And there's a young race car driver, NASCAR driver named Ryan Reed that also has diabetes. So he has some great role models.
Just really his life story so far.
Definitely. And he's so used to it, he doesn't know anything different, but really a burden for these families that deal with diabetes.
Great job. An important subject that maybe doesn't get quite enough spotlight
Great
put on it.
family, for sure. Here's something else interesting about Connie's story. Her type of polycythemia is hereditary, so she had her family tested too. Her sister also has it.
Oh, goodness.
So who knows if they hadn't caught this?
Right.
And I think those health screenings we sometimes take for granted or don't take them seriously.
Sometimes we think they're a pain.
I know.
You know,
I'm in that boat too, but there's a story you might want to have in the back of your mind next time.
pretty simple success story right there. Jenna is standing by. She's emceeing tonight's Heroes of the Heartland banquet put on by the local Red Cross. And she joins us now again live from the Marina Inn in South Sioux City. Jenna?
That's right, Tim. Tonight, the Red Cross is honoring ordinary people who do extraordinary things in our community. And the Red Cross, too, does extraordinary things here in the Siouxland community. The day is finally here. RAGBRAI 2015 is in Sioux City.
8,500 riders and even more onlookers all filling Pearl Street throughout downtown Sioux City and, of course, right here at the Tyson Event Center.
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jenna Rehnstrom. We're happy to be here.
And I'm Tim Seaman. What an exciting day, and we're really still just getting things amped up a little bit. A big night is still ahead of us. It's been 5 years since RAGBRAI was last here.
Just 300 people that first year, and I think we learned during our trivia week that only about a third of those actually finished.
Exactly, and just think about the numbers from then to now. You'd really wonder, could those two guys have ever had any idea what it would grow to be?
Just an amazing tradition. Of course, that history is rich, but these traditions going on behind us, those have been going on a long time, too.
It's almost the state fair right here in Sioux City. As there's vendors, there's bicycling expos. You can buy everything from riding gear to tires, helmets, and of course, there's some food out there.
That's right, and that's what our Mo Hider has been checking out all afternoon. So another fun day for the riders for sure. They'll have plenty to do in Fort Dodge tonight, and we'll see you back here at 6. Tim, in the meantime, reporting live in Fort Dodge, riding RAGBRAI, I'm Jenna Rehnstrom, ABC 9 News.
All right, Jenna, looks like you're having fun, and enjoy the rest of the day over there in Fort Dodge. Hey, ABC 9's Jenna Rehnstrom's been on the route and joins us from Fort Dodge tonight, where things are slowly wrapping up. Folks probably headed to bed before long. Jenna, what's the latest?
Hey, Tim, it's nighttime in Fort Dodge, but there's still a lot going on behind me. The food vendors are all set up. The mini donuts guy is here. I know you like him. Let me tell you a little bit about today on RAGBRAI, day 2, of course. And, you know, if you didn't think 70 miles was long enough from Storm Lake to Fort Dodge, well, you could tack on an extra, well, about 17 miles. Some riders took what is called the gravel loop between Fonda and Manson.
And welcome back. Tonight is a big night for the Sioux City Explorers as they welcome playoff baseball back to Sioux City, the first time since 2008.
And the series should be a tight one. The X's won 75 games this year. Their opponent, St. Paul, won 74.
ABC 9 Sports Director Chris Palmquist has been at the ballpark all night covering Game 1. He joins us now live. Chris, give us the update. Pretty impressive.
And you think he's going to win, right?
Yeah, I do. That horse is a phenomenal animal. And,
I love to know. I love how she told us about his personality.
So if only I could find what was it, a stable mate or something? I'd have the same description. Calm, like carrots.
You guys aren't wearing shorts right now?
No.
Oh.
Or are we?
They'll never know.
That does it for us tonight. We hope you have a great start to your Friday. Stay tuned for Jimmy Kimmel. We'll see you tomorrow.